Right now, the Liberians will believe that the police, this government, Joseph Boakai, is trying to wish on the past leaders because they don't want the citizens to come to call the power, or neither the opposition to amalgamate their forces. Listen to you. The first thing is the Minister of Justice could have clearly, or the Justice Minister could have clearly sent a notice to the madam, or else you couldn't have gone to board her flight. So they did not do that, right? Only this morning, time for her to leave the country, and then they're going after her. Bro, this is wrong, and we expect nothing from them because, of course, they are not going to do anything. You think right now, the Liberians will believe that the police, this government, Joseph Boakai, is trying to wish on the past leaders because they don't want the citizens to come to call the power, or neither the opposition to amalgamate their forces. Listen to you. The first thing is the Minister of Justice could have clearly, or the Justice Minister could have clearly sent a notice to the madam, or else you couldn't have gone to board her flight. So they did not do that, right? Only this morning, time for her to leave the country, and then they're going after her. Bro,
we were amalgamating forces to ensure that MDR fights are equal. Koga will nowhere. He will nowhere.
We saw Senator Koga yesterday with MDR red hat. As your, it is your tradition.
That's a source.
We saw him.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this, and let me be on record.
Okay.
I am the national gatekeeper of the MDR.
Okay.
I'm the first soldier. I am responsible to amalgamate and apply forces in the Bracadabra, bring in militants and militias. Under my words as national youth leader, we gave Koga 24 hours to retract a statement. And when he has to return the heart. We gave him 24 hours to return our heart.
He said the heart was 10 hours.
Let me be on record. Let me be emphatically clear. Okay. He has 24 hours.
What will you do?
Unconditionally to turn over the heart. Failure a part to turn over the heart in 24 hours. We will examine militants and militants to ensure that the heart is taken back. We're going to take the process. If any means you think the heart might be taken away from Senator Koga, might be taken. Why?
There's a threat. You can be arrested.
That's not a threat. Let me tell you something. We challenge him. It's an open challenge. The National Youth Congress placed Koga on an open challenge. A challenge to appear in any public gathering as of today. With that heart, we were unconditionally taken from him by force. There are reasons for which we're going to do that. And we're not wavering to that. We're not afraid of nobody. There was an objective for which the heart was given. There was an objective for which the heart was given. The objective for which the heart was presented to Senator Samuel Koga was to unite. We were amalgamating forces to ensure that MDR fights are equal. Koga will nowhere. He will nowhere.
We saw Senator Koga yesterday with MDR red hat. As your, it is your tradition.
That's a source.
We saw him.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this, and let me be on record.
Okay.
I am the national gatekeeper of the MDR.
Okay.
I'm the first soldier. I am responsible to amalgamate and apply forces in the Bracadabra, bring in militants and militias. Under my words as national youth leader, we gave Koga 24 hours to retract a statement. And when he has to return the heart. We gave him 24 hours to return our heart.
He said the heart was 10 hours.
Let me be on record. Let me be emphatically clear. Okay. He has 24 hours.
What will you do?
Unconditionally to turn over the heart. Failure a part to turn over the heart in 24 hours. We will examine militants and militants to ensure that the heart is taken back. We're going to take the process. If any means you think the heart might be taken away from Senator Koga, might be taken. Why?
There's a threat. You can be arrested.
That's not a threat. Let me tell you something. We challenge him. It's an open challenge. The National Youth Congress placed Koga on an open challenge. A challenge to appear in any public gathering as of today. With that heart, we were unconditionally taken from him by force. There are reasons for which we're going to do that. And we're not wavering to that. We're not afraid of nobody. There was an objective for which the heart was given. There was an objective for which the heart was given. The objective for which our presented Senator Samuel Koga was to unite, was to bring on board, sit on the table and unite MDR, bring up partisans from all across, like brought all him be on the table to redefine our struggle, to redefine our ability to see how well we can rally around and support this government. It is showing that Liberia is transformed under this regime. On the contrary, Koga is rather using our heart that was given to him.
Are you disappointed?
To fight for a political ambition, to fight for a political party. We're not just disappointed, but overly disappointed. And we're going to take a very radical posture against him. Remember my word. He has 24 hours to return the heart. If the heart is not returning 24 hours, for every force, there's an opposite reaction force will respond to him. And we're going to get it our enemies. It's an open challenge to the senator. We challenge the senator to appear in that with that heart in any political gathering. We'll take it from him back.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Cool TV. Right now we are here at the Providence Island. The President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai. Very shortly we arrived for a short groundbreaking ceremony. Ahead of us you see the Special Presidential Envoy on Tourism, Christopher His Onanoga, followed by the Director General of the Liberia National Tourism Authority. And we are seeing the arrival of the President's motorcade. So
there comes His Excellency the
President's motorcade. So previously so the President is being briefed by the Director General, followed by the Special Presidential Envoy on Tourism, Christopher Onanoga.
And you worked so hard to make sure that that bill was passed. We want Liberians to know that if any history in Africa, we have it here. And it's been delayed, but we want to say today that today this island, this historic island, is the beginning of the history of Liberia, and we are going to make the world know it was not a forgotten place. And I want to thank the director and the chair of the board and our government for making the contribution initially to develop this area, beautiful area. And today we are blessed that even though some of you feel that there has been a little delay, the God time is always the best. And I think today is the day. So today we are here to break the ground to this very historic development. And we want to do it here in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the blessed Holy Spirit. And
Some of the motivations did not just come by magic. Ambassador Oral Rachel is here. On several occasions to remind me, what are we doing? How far are we going? I'm sure so many people to know that as I come back to Africa, I've been involved in a lot of things, small things around, big things around. Every single facet of activities in the economy is tourism. And this is what we say, it is intentional and it's collective. With us here is the Grand Commander, Senior Advisor, Dr. Kone. But to the media, we have capable people here. Your little children are here too. We have Philip Brown. He's hiding. Stanley Sigo is here. Mohammed Kane is here. Tua is here, New Republic. Leonard Dodo is here. Somebody else is here. Who am I missing? Whoever I missed, forgive me. But this will tell you, Mr. President, we are doing a lot to change the image and the narrative. Right now, the reportage, even by creatives, online producers, bloggers, has changed from the usual let's talk to now Liberia first. Thank you, Mr. President. So we have something for you to initiate you to tourism family. Thank you. That's what you see. So, we're doing Dr. Conan, we're doing everybody right with this.
Choices destination as we always say in Africa, hidden gems. Thank you, Mr.
So that was it. So the president is viewing he's seeing the blueprint of this entire thing, and I will want to.
So this one is what is going to replace that concrete over there. It's going to be the conference center, the library, the auditorium. But beside it, it's going to be where we're going to have Mayfair, the ship, which is going to be the official museum and the library of the island. There's going to be a prestigious, hard to enter hotel, only 20 rooms down there on this island. But you see the conference here, the hotel there, the general park here. This is our major concern now. To take care of our town piece there and to take care of slipway here. So only canoes, boats, and pontons will move here. So we keep the old nature and allow water to be the core transportation system. So as we're doing this, we're going to be pulling investors towards the cleaning. We know the last government of President Johnson had also paid people along here. We're working on that. And then we're going to break slipway into 1 acre blocks. So as investors come and take it, we're not going to relocate, we're going to provide funding for people who are there to relocate themselves. So the essence of making it seamless without controversy is our goal and objective. We start with Providence Island, we go to Cape Mount for the surfing resort, we do the National Creative Center, as we are already doing Kenija right now. We're preparing to clear Kenija. We are doing the renovation of the museum. Mr. President, we couldn't have had a better Director General. Thank you so much.
So they are taking the president on the tour now. shaking the hands of Philip Webb Brown. The president meets Philip Webb.
25th day in the month of August. Yesterday, Liberia celebrated 179th anniversary of our national flag. Flag Day on yesterday celebrated across Liberia by a couple of things we're going to talk about the celebration. But it's good to have you joining your breakfast info companion program. The morning ride is here again on Cool 91.9 Cool Radio Online and our YouTube channel as well, Arcade News. Folks, wherever you are, it's good to have you watching us. You can watch us, share, leave your comments. We hope to read it out for you and all of these things on this wonderful, wonderful day. I'm Wiki Brooks, as usual. Angie Gamma, you controls the sounds and video this morning. Positive vibes alongside. Together, we walk the walk and talk the talk. And as usual, help to shift the paradigm of our democracy. Without fear, without favor, we speak undiluted truth. The very hard truth, I say, on this platform. Folks, good morning to our treasure motorcyclists and riders as well. Good morning to our commercial drivers and passengers. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. Our doctors, our nurses, our guarded men and women in arms, our police officers, immigration officers, LDA officers, EPS, NSA, and all of you guys. We say good morning to all of our money exchanger. Good morning to all of you who currently in your sick bed. We wish you speedy recovery. And to our students who are gearing up for schools to open, yes, in the next couple of weeks. But it's always a pleasure having you join the conversation. It promises to be great, stimulated, thought-provocative on this wonderful Tuesday morning. The weather looks good. We hope it stays like that. But it's a pleasure having you. Welcome this morning.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to Cool TV. Right now, we
so the other you say the color contest, you the best singer, you the best dancer. What is that? Look, President, Mr. President, we are.
Tim, let me say good morning to King Gaswa Jackson, the Auditor General Republic of Liberia. I saw all of your posts as it relates to your Arsenal business and all of these things, and Sir George Babin, my son man who always say I against Arsenal. No, Gaswa Jackson, good morning. Let me call your real name up where you know. Papi. Good morning to you. You say I don't talk about Arsenal, but I want to say you guys look nice trying to defend your title. But we're watching how the entire show is end. But I'm following my club in Italy, Juventus. I'm a big fan of the old lady. Yeah. And Terry Henry remains my greatest soccer player ever. TT. Yeah, TH14. But it's good to have all of you following us on this wonderful, wonderful day. Copy. Yeah. To the rest of the folks. But it's good. Yesterday we celebrated 179th anniversary of our national flag. And we listened to the orator, of which we're shortly going to play again. There are a couple of things he said in his speech. The hosting of the flag is not just about just raising a flag, but it's about changing our attitudes, uplifting our country, respecting the laws, and having our cities and our country clean, and being accommodative. Hospitality should continue to be, because we are known for that. And let us not just be another celebration. What were in the message? What do we take from it? How do we apply it? Make sure that these things have impact in our lives, that we move to the next stage and our officials sitting in position understand that when people work, they should earn their salary in time. You know, there are a couple of things that were said on yesterday. The 179 Flag Day orator happens to be the Minister of Finance Development Planning, Augustine Pehi Gafwan, and said, in the next couple of weeks, September, we will hit $1 billion in terms of our revenue, which is a milestone. What it is realistic, or he just needed to say it to us to impress the public, because it's what we're being projected, that we will have a budget of 1 billion dollar for the first time in our country history. But there are a lot of other things he said. Sit back, relax. You will listen to the speech again. And he talked about unity. That regardless of all of our differences, we should not divide ourselves. And we have divided ourselves. Whether it was just a speech for the occasion, or it is realistic, the Liberians, both home and abroad, will say, look, let's look into these things and let's see these things. But this is it. But this is the morning ride.
About the minimum value that must sit. Have you ready? His Excellency, the President of white shirt and green trousers, green short trousers, marching alongside my fellow first graders, behind the students in the classes. Hundreds of students from village schools across the clan have also converged on Bulahun for the Grand Flag Day Parade. The entire clan has practically descended on the town. Parents, relatives, friends, and well-wishers throng the streets, or more precisely pass, to witness the beautiful spectacle of school children marching proudly toward the designated point to salute our red, white, and blue flag. I can still hear the cheers. As each Dre commander approaches the designated line and gives the salute, the crowd erupts in applause and laughter. Those moments brought the entire town to life. For us, children, National Flag Day was not a day to salute the flag. It was a day of celebration and fun. A day when students felt especially proud in school, and parents experienced the joy of watching their children march with excitement and confidence. Nearly 5 decades later, those memories remain valid. That little first grader marching through Bulahun in 1978, the little boy who would later return to Monrovia and continue schooling in Logantown, Jamaica Road, Kakata, and other places, could not have imagined that one day he would stand before the country, national, called upon to reflect, on the meaning of the very flag he once marched so proudly to salute. Possibility should never be to one person. It should be part of the Liberian promise available to every child. Every Liberian child should be able to look at the Lone Star and say, my country sees me. The circumstances of my birth do not determine the boundaries of my possibilities. My dreams matter. That is Liberia we've built. My fellow Liberians, if the flag belongs to all of us, then loyalty to the flag requires us to seek the common good. But unity does not mean uniformity. Indeed, look at what we witnessed during this morning's parade. Students dressed in different uniforms, coming from different schools, marching in different formations, but all saluting one flag. There is a lesson for Liberia in that image. We too may wear different political uniforms. We may come from different counties. We may belong to different tribes, religions, professions, associations, and social groups. We may disagree passionately about policies, personalities, and the direction of our country. But above all those uniforms flies one flag. We can disagree and still be Liberians. As I said, in 2010, at the induction of officers of the Federation of Profile Associations in the Americas, our individual counties exist within a country called Liberia. And while we have our individual county flags that belong to some of us, we have a single national flag that belongs to all of us. So, our county centricity must never conflict with or undermine our country centricity. Quote, today I will add, our party centricity must never undermine our country centricity. There must always be something above everything else, and that something is Liberia. We must resist the temptation to stereotype one another negatively because of political, county, tribal, religious, or other associations. There is nothing wrong with loving the group to which we belong. But while loving our own group, we must recognize that other Liberians have an equal right to love theirs. Our membership in one group does not make everyone in our group good. Membership in another group does not automatically make someone else bad. Every county, tribe, religion, or political party has its good, its bad, its ugly. Every government has its good, its bad, its ugly. The media has its good, its bad, its ugly. The same is true for civil society, religious institutions, the business community, and every other human institution. Why? Because institutions are populated by imperfect human beings. So let us individuate. Let us assess each Liberian primarily by who that person is, what that person does, the values that person demonstrates, and what that person contributes to the common good. Being outside government does not automatically confer sainthood on anyone, except we fall for the feeble argument that the environment outside government is paradise populated by only angels and cherubim. Conversely, being in government does not automatically make a person bad, except again we surrender to the warped argument that government by nature is an evil construct populated only by demons. There are Liberians outside government who protect the flag every day through their service to country. And there are legions of Liberians in government working diligently and patriotically for the forward march of our nation. The location of a person matters less than the character and patriotism of that person. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, the celebration of our nation's Independence Day, has taken on a remarkable new momentum. Liberians at home and across the diaspora are increasingly adorning themselves in our national colors and celebrating Liberia with a passion, pride, and enthusiasm perhaps greater than we have witnessed in generations. It is as though Liberians are falling in love with their country all over again, renewing their marital vows to our beloved Liberia in symbolic ceremonies of national recommitment taking place across the world every Independence Day. This growing spirit of patriotism is a beautiful and encouraging phenomenon. It must be nurtured and sustained. Whatever we have done as a people and as a government to inspire this renewed affection for Liberia, we must continue to do and do even better. But it is easy to dress in national colors. It is easy to sing the national anthem. It is easy to wave the flag. The harder task is to live by what the flag demands of us. The raising of the flag and the singing of the national anthem should not merely make us teary-eyed. They should extract from us a commitment to take practical actions in the interest of our country. Patriotism is not only what we say about Liberia. Patriotism is what we do for Liberia. A public official who protects public resources is raising the flag. A teacher who enters the classroom prepared to educate the next generation is raising the flag. A nurse, a doctor who faithfully cares for patients is raising the flag. A member of our joint security forces who resists the tempting overtures of drug cartels and enforces the law regardless of name, status, wealth, or connections is raising the flag. A business person who pays legitimate taxes and treats workers fairly is raising the flag. A journalist who pursues truth responsibly is raising the flag. A citizen who refuses corruption even when nobody watching is raising the flag. A young Liberian who chooses education, hard work, creativity, entrepreneurship, and service over despair, raising the flag. The flag, therefore, should inspire more than emotion. It should inspire responsibility. because thousands take cues from their words and actions. Talk show hosts, panelists, editors, reporters, bloggers, and influencers are Liberian leaders because they influence what citizens believe to be true or false. Business leaders, market association leaders, motorcyclist union leaders, trade union leaders, community leaders, etc. all exercise influence. And influence creates responsibility. A microphone creates responsibility. A puppet creates responsibility. A classroom creates responsibility. A political platform creates responsibility. A social media following creates responsibility. Whenever influence exists, responsibility follows. There is, however, a danger that comes with common ownership. Sometimes, because Liberia belongs to all of us, we behave as though Liberia belongs to none of us. Economists describe a related phenomenon as the tragedy of the commons. When individuals pursue narrow private interests in ways that ultimately undermine the collective interest. We say we want clean cities, yet some of us throw garbage from a moving vehicle. We say Liberia needs a bigger budget, yet some of us deliberately evade legitimate taxes. We say we want a crime-free society, but when a friend or a relative is lawfully apprehended, some of us demand that the police abandon the law. We demand accountability from public officials, but excuse wrongdoing when the wrongdoer belongs to our party, county, tribe, church, family, or circle of friends. This is how the common good is weakened. Protecting the flag means understanding that what belongs to all of us must be protected by each of us. My fellow Liberians, the theme of today's celebration does not stop at heritage. It calls us from heritage to hope. Heritage tells us where we came from. Hope tells us where we can go. But hope cannot simply be a wish. National hope must be constructed. It must be planned. It must be financed. It must be protected by strong institutions. It must be powered by discipline, sacrifice, hard work, innovation, and what I call our thinking equity. Our national development agenda, the REST agenda for inclusive development, is therefore an instrument of hope, not empty hope, but hope translated into plans, plans translated into projects, and projects translated into measurable improvements in the lives of our people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the government of President Joseph Numa Boakai inherited enormous challenges, but we are not content merely to curse the darkness. We are lighting candles. We are lifting the flag. And based on what we are doing, I can now confidently say that this generation of Liberians will in few years be able to drive on paved roads from Monrovia to Aba, and from Manga to Zaza, Vonjaman, Kolahun, and Foya toward Menikoma on the Sierra Leone border. Things that previous generations of Liberians since the nation's founding could only dream of. We are working to expand reliable electricity, improve schools and healthcare, strengthen institutions, create jobs and opportunities, and connect communities that for far too long have remained isolated from the full promise of national development. Why? Because one of the most effective ways to unite a country is to develop the country. The roads we are paving do not ask the political party of the persons traveling on them. The electricity we are expending in Monrovia, in Buchanan, in Vonjama, and across the country does not ask the tribe of the child standing beneath its light. The hospitals we are improving, or the ones we are building, will not ask the county of the patient seeking treatment. The schools we are equipping, rehabilitating, or constructing, including the more than 100 schools for foundational learning that we are about to rehabilitate or construct, will not ask a child's parents, will not ask whether a child's parents voted for the government or the opposition. Development, when it is inclusive, is one of the most powerful expressions of national unity. A road connecting two counties connects more than geography. It connects people, markets, opportunities, and hopes. Electricity reaching a community does more than illuminate houses. It expands possibilities. A functioning school does more than educate a child. It strengthens the future of the republic. This is how we move from heritage to hope. Under the leadership of President Joseph Numa Boakai, our government is working with urgency to expand the fiscal space necessary to finance the ever-increasing ambitions of our people. When some critics and cynics considered a billion-dollar national budget a distant and unrealistic, the Liberian people see public resources being transformed.
Belongs to all Liberians and calls upon all of us to rally for.
Today, let us reverse that question. If the flag could look back at us, what would it see? Would it see citizens committed to building their country? Would it see us interests above personal interests? Would they see young people equipped with knowledge, skills, and opportunity? Would they see political opponents who disagree without hatred? Would they see communities living peacefully despite their differences? Would they see public resources being transformed into roads, schools, hospitals, electricity, jobs, and opportunities? Would they see integrity becoming stronger day by day? Would they see hope becoming stronger than despair? Those questions cannot be answered by their speech. They will be answered by our actions. As I conclude, my fellow Liberians, the flag we celebrate today came to the Liberia beneath which it will fly tomorrow is ours to build. That is the journey from heritage to hope. And whenever the staff, let every Liberian remember, this is our heritage. This is our hope. This is our home. This is our Liberia. But let us also remember the flag cannot raise itself. We raise the flag when we raise our standards. We raise the flag when we raise our integrity. We raise the flag when we raise our children with knowledge, discipline, and hope. We raise the flag when we raise one another. And we raise the flag highest when we put country above self. So let us be this celebration determined not merely to wave the flag, but to live the flag. not merely to salute Liberia, but to serve Liberia. Not merely to hope for a better Liberia, but to build one. May the Lone Star forever unite us. May peace remain within our borders. May hope rise in every Liberian heart. And may Almighty God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia and save the state. Happy 179th National Flag Day. Long live the Lone Star. Long live the Republic of Liberia. Thank you very much.
Wow. Wow. Minister Gafwan, what a powerful, brilliant set. Thank you for a powerful speech. You know, he took us down the path of what hoisting that flag means. Whenever we raise the flag, he did it at an individual level and at a collective level where we need to be, a collective mindset. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all of those that are listening, whether you're...
I told the VIP, we had a brief chat, that my job as minister is like a choir director. And the choir sings the song. In the choir, we have people, some of whom sing the soprano, the bass, and many other tunes. As director, we call the tune, and then we hear the song, beautiful symphony. But the job of a leader, as a minister, is to be a good choir director. And the people that sing the tune, that give us the bass, the alto, they are all here. And I consider this our engine room. We go to a restaurant, you ask for food, they give you the food. But there are people in the kitchen. So the vice president has come to see the people in our kitchen. And you are representing all the people in the kitchen. We're going to bring everyone in the kitchen here because even the janitors here are important for our delivery. So you have deputies, you have assistant ministers, you have technical focal points, but they are representing the larger ministry. So, Mr. Vice President, I want to say thanks for all the support you've been giving to us at the level of the cabinet. Because some of the things we achieve, we need support. Sometimes we will pass some of our programs and plans to get his buy-in, and so when we go to the cabinet, he supports us hugely. So, without much ado,
you say the color contest, you're the best singer, you're the best dancer. What is that? Look, Mr. President, we are. This thing called governance is not your area.
Governance is not your area.
Governance is not your area. You'll be a very good choir director. The man even went to Building Church. He's not a pastor. He's a self-imposed pastor. He built church, he built theater, he did drama, he did music, he did everything. He will be a comedian. Join the comedian around the world. No country will take no level-headed, educated people of a nation will get a country over to somebody who doesn't have the means of governing as wants to govern. Governance is not just my new president, your name there on the book.
Mm-hmm.
Take what is done.
I think this is a system of Janjaweed, malicious form of tyrannical leadership that has to be categorically condemned.
Is there any specific law that clearly lays down the process as to how ex-officials can be called in by investigators for questioning? Is there a specific law that lays down the process?
The former vice president of the country is a stateswoman. Understand that very well. She served this country as the second president in command of the country, as far as our history is concerned. And this government, we expect that the most honorable thing to do was to exercise respect. And we see that this, our history is concerned. And this government, we expect that the most honorable thing to do was to exercise respect. And we see that this government continues to provoke tension, crisis. They try to enact and inflame this democracy that we fought for.
Coleman is the engineer of the drug cartel operation in the country. This is Gregory third time telling the nation that BB people in the government involved in the drugs business. What's stopping President Bwaka, Gregory Coleman, Jeremiah Kun for calling the BB people name? What's happening there? There will be even more problem by keeping Gregory Coleman. You cannot keep Gregory Coleman and tell Gregory Coleman to investigate. No, have Gregory Coleman reduced. Tell the drug thinking about Gregory Coleman now reduce that somebody that on Slim Jam. I'm not even going that. For President Bwaka to tell the nation that he fought on drugs, Gregory Coleman gotta go. You cannot have your LDA acting director in drugs business. You cannot have Gregory Coleman operating everybody around him. The Johnny Walker Dean, you know, the passing, the Anthony Gay, the dead person. So look, Gregory picking that. Then you come on camera. You tell us, say, oh, I know that BB people in government involved. The Liberian people must hear this one. BB people in government involved. Call the BB people name. Then you choke. You can't call the BB people name. That who the BB people in government? That person of Bwaka? That Jeremiah Kun? That who the BB people in government? That Sarah Beslo Yanti? That Oscar Chua, the Justice Minister? Who Gregory talking about? When you get hustler BMN operating in the country, the Liberian people eye will be open, clear. Our country need to be redeemed. Liberia need to be redeemed. When you have the police director involved with drugs operation, when you have the police director involved, the police commissioner, the people around him going to jail, then he said, for me, I know, but people.
So here comes Sub Chairman.
Madam President.
Yes. How you doing?
We are here to you. I don't know. I just see the student you're passing. I don't think it means well for us, anyways.
You know, I
but
think very highly of all y'all. You know, I love my students. You know that.
yeah. So if you see the students, sometimes you know why we are here. If you just all and go, that means you don't acknowledge our presence. You don't acknowledge why we are students. And you, the reason why you exist is because of us. And, you know, our presence here is also to observe what is happening at the Capitol Hill campus, and we have made it very clear that unless we see a very justifiable reason to keep students home, we maintain that August 25th, we're going to come out and demand the opening of school. We are not unaware of the crisis on the campuses with OFA, OSAT, and the administration, and that is why we are here. And so we want to go to school. It has been a concern of the students. We also want quality facilities. And that is why when we saw that the government announced immediate renovation, it was something that we welcome, because this is what we have been calling for over the years. We welcome renovation on the campuses, and we can only acknowledge staying home if we see genuine effort that affect all campuses. Because what we see, only the CBAV being or top being removed and other campuses stay excluded, it raises serious concern and question about if the renovation is genuine or is meant to uplift the university or intended to keep us out of school.
Renovation 4 campuses.
So, Madam President, like I said, the Student Unification Party is not against anyone individually. Our interest has been the improvement of the university so that all students can have access to quality education. We have long been waiting to work with you. We have presented to you countless counts as well as recommendations for the improvement of the university. We will continuously call for quality facilities so that we can compete with regional universities. This has been our concern. We have followed other universities in Africa and around the world, and we feel jealous, and we feel that we are below the line and there is a need to progress, and that should happen now. The students are waiting to work because the students are major stakeholders of the university. The government wants to
be able to stand in defense of those who cannot defend themselves. You must ensure that due process is honored. Let us respect the law and let us interpret it faithfully. I say to you, as with Lady Justice herself carried a scarf of substance and of justice, and let nothing tip them but the truth. My brothers and sisters, Nigerians depend on you. West Africa depends on you. Africa depends on you. The world depends on you. Democracy depends on you. And free and fair elections depend on you. So I say to all of you here today, Africa must continue in peaceful coexistence. And we must all stand up for the rule of law. Stand up for fairness. Stand up for impartiality. Stand up for gender equality. Stand up for equality. Stand up for humanity. Stand up for peace. And stand up for democracy. Stand up against discrimination. Stand up for accountability. Stand up for free and fair elections. I say to you all, Nigeria Bar Association, bravo! Bravo! God bless the Nigeria Bar Association, and may God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you. Must be able to stand in defense of those who cannot defend themselves. You must ensure that due process is honored. Let us respect the law and let us interpret it faithfully. I say to you, as with Lady Justice herself carried a scarf of substance and of justice, and let nothing tip them but the truth. My brothers and sisters, Nigerians depend on you. West Africa depends on you. Africa depends on you. The world depends on you. Democracy depends on you. And for law, and let us interpret it faithfully. I say to you, as with Lady Justice herself carried a scarf of substance and of justice, and let nothing tip them but the truth. My brothers and sisters, Nigerians depend on you. West Africa depends on you. Africa depends on you. The world depends on you. Democracy depends on you. And free and fair elections depend on you. So I say to all of you here today, Africa must continue in peaceful coexistence. And we must all stand up for the rule of law. Stand up for fairness. Stand up for impartiality. Stand up for gender equality. Stand up for equality. Stand up for humanity. Stand up for peace. And stand up for democracy. Stand up against discrimination. Stand up for accountability. Stand up for free and fair elections. I say to you all, Nigeria Bar Association, bravo! Bravo! God bless the Nigeria Bar Association, and may God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you.
Okay, those were the exact words of our 179 orator of our National Flag Day celebration on yesterday. The Minister of Finance Development Planning, Augustine Behe Gafwan, on yesterday, have given us assuring that comes the next couple of weeks in September, we will hit a $1 billion mark, the first of its kind in our history, as you may be aware. The government of Liberia has projected over 1.2 billion of our national fiscal envelope. So we expect to see roads, development, all of these things happening in our country. And you listen to him talking about all of the differences should not divide us, and we should see Liberia as a bigger picture. Whether he's been realistic and this projection, and announcing that we will hit the $1 billion mark, whether we will achieve that, we're yet to see these things. And we've united ourselves. I listened to Councillor Madina Wizard yesterday talking about patriotism, nationalism, and not just hosting the flag, but what it brings, developing our minds, changing our attitudes, and having Liberians to understand some things and say, look, it's time that we change the narratives and focus on some of the things that better our country and better our lives, respecting the laws, showing our country heritage, preserving it, and all of these things were said on yesterday. The president for the address urging Liberians to unite, and there are a lot of things that were said on yesterday. It's just another holiday that comes and passes with all of the messages that were presented. We saw kids who displayed yesterday on the rain, the sun. They were all there to make sure that they gave all of the eyes rights and all of these things. But I think the message has been strong, but there was huge absence. Now we still divided. There was huge absence of a lot of key political items on yesterday. We asked some of these questions. Is the government just having their own celebration? And, why was Gafwan picked as the person who to deliver? And, it said that the government wanted to hear all of the praise singing, and being the Minister of Finance, he used the occasion to announce to the public that, look, This is what we're about to achieve. Was he duly picked to be the person who should have delivered? Could the government look outside of the box and probably say, look, let us invite somebody from outside to probably tell us some of the very hard truth other than calling one of our own. We saw that a couple of years back with the CDC's government. Liman Bowie was invited. She was extended an invitation to serve as the orator of one of our independence celebration, and she spoke some very hard truth, and she was applauded. And a few minutes after, she was being booted. And right after that, until the CDC government left power, all of those that they invited to serve as orator of our independence celebration came from within a cycle, and all of the praises were being there. There were appointed time, Samuel Tue, Jefferson Koji, and other folks, and all of the praises were just being written. Is it now another step that the cities, the Unity Party now saying, okay, let's bring our own to shower praises on us and tell the people exactly what we are doing? But the wordings, the messages, and for you to analyze. I will take this break. When I come back, we'll try to reach out to the lines. You have a chance to speak on some critical national issues. Stick to the point. And you listen to all of what we say this morning. Tears of a Nation. Shazam will go to the lines and talk to our callers on this edition of the Morning Ride. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. Speak and speak with civility and speak to issues being discussed. You're live this morning.
Good morning. Let me say good morning to my great people.
Okay. What is your take on the message on yesterday? And let's hear you.
I believe the orator spoke very clearly.
Okay.
And the words that he spoke were very clear and were understood. But are we a country that reacts on words? That's one. When I sit and listen to him keenly, I believe that his words were well speaking in. Can a nation like Liberia, having been a father minister at that point, and other state actors act on this word? Because the common people, the common Liberian will not just act on this word. It is the country, the organizers, the stakeholders of the nation will be the one that will act on the word and transform our country to be a better place. Let me just take you a try a little bit, please. Like a few days or weeks ago, when I listened to the major education, that they want to incorporate M&E officers, to monitor schools and other education matters. What does that mean? To me, it don't have any meaning to me, because we have people employed that are making $150, that are making $100. Why can't you increase their salary so that you can give them the work to do? Then you are bringing new people on board. So I believe the word spoken yesterday is just a word, but we need more time to act on it so that our country can be able to transform. I think Lolo, I call you from a Fuga Mission community.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers on the line. You're live.
Yeah, come on.
Please go ahead. You're live.
Okay, this is my hello, from thank you very much for the topic question. You see, I can remember the previous administration, as you mentioned earlier, when we called Louis as one of the as the orator for the independence, and then after she had spoken, they had to, we all were here and we were happy to come. Division at that time. So in mind of thinking, I don't think it was necessary for the government to vote for and put an officer. But instead we see their own domain. So he spoke very clearly and he spoke very well. I listened to him, and then I think he did excellent well. You see, before I conclude, you see, Liberia is one of the countries in that is ready to even go hard time. Now, someone is trying to introduce another opportunity for people that are now working. There's someone here criticizing, saying that he still should increase someone who may be 100 salary to another state and then.
Okay, let's talk to other callers on the line. You made your point. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. So that is from Kingston.
Go ahead.
I just want to thank you this morning for this topic. But I want to believe that what our auditor has said, and I think we all need to be praying for it to come to pass. Now, one person gets way in this country. You can be a white president, green president. One person can't do it. One person will not do it at all. I want to beg that let's hear by the grace of God. They should look us up. They're not be afraid. I want to believe when us says something, then you will check and work on it. But insider will always do praise sitting. So I want to beg the president, the next year, you should look us up. It will be political party, but you look us up. Thank you.
Thanks for being part of the conversation. 0775 9 what 9 9 what 9 0880 what 9 9 what 9. Yeah. So while we talk about the speech, the message that was delivered, Liberians are asking, what it was the right person to pick at a time to speak on some of these things. He said that we all want to just praise ourselves or deliver some of the messages to our folks. These are some of the high questions we are asking this morning. You're live.
Good morning. Good morning, Bachelor.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you for the topic this morning, Bachelor. You see, you asked the question as to if there is something happening with the bad regime and getting somebody from the south to give sugar water to the country. I'll say, though the party give an example, but the government is not looking at that because then the government give the party national independence celebration. I think the orator are there from outside, not from the United Party.
Okay.
So the orator yesterday, the Prime Minister, Mr. Gotipe Gafan, he spoke lengthily. We want to tell him that we the African people who should feel it, not just by saying it, but it should be felt by us. We don't want to be saying it to say yes, leave the government doing that because they say now it's all down there, they see that everything is well. But everything is not
the minister also assured Liberians that come September, sometimes in September, we will certainly hit the $1 billion mark, and it's going to be for the first time in our country economy, and which is welcoming. But we wait to see whether it comes to fruition.
Yeah, for me, I'm sure you're going to reality because I trust the chief of Jara, the revenue authority board. I trust it. So let we have the reality. Okay, let's not down to know that yet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Yes. Good morning, Ambassador Wiki.
Good morning, Winston.
Yeah, Winston and there are joining from Google Road. Thank you for your show this morning. All those who spoke yesterday, everybody spoke well. I saw a certain level of faith practicing in them. But what they said is Liberia or Liberians can just go together in uniting this country, I think will be heavy somewhere. One thing the orator said, which is my favorite line, is some of us have different flags. Some of us have different flags as our country that we celebrate, that we love so dearly. For every one of us, we are under one umbrella of the national flag, which is the symbol of this country. So if we come together, we need to see how best we can move this country forward in this regard of our perception of which country we came from. If we come under one umbrella, we should be talking Liberia instead of country or being one-sided. So what you said there is true. If Liberia can just go by some of our major speakers, what they said yesterday, and it comes to fruition there, at least something better will happen in the country. I want to applaud them for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live. Let's hear you.
Good morning, good evening, thank you for the record. Thank you. My name is Moses Slim, and I join you from District 6, one of our panel district in GSA community. Anyway, to the issue again. I think I listened to I think he spoke lengthily, but he sometimes to struggle something though. And I listened and I want to learn 2 words when it talked about togetherness. And we to be frank, Liberians, we are not together. Even in a political party, we have a difference. And I recognize that for him, I think his speech show some level of fairness. Some of us we're not for it in this government though, but I think his speech show level of fairness. So let me welcome him for that powerful speech we gave. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being part of the conversation. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation. This wonderful Tuesday morning happens to be the 25th day in the month of August. On this edition of the Morning Rap, folks, you listened to the orator on yesterday, raising the occasion of Liberia 179, the National Flag Day celebration, and delivered by the Minister of Finance, Development, Planning, Augustine Pehe Gafuan, calling for unity, talking about Liberia will hit the $1 billion mark in September, sometime in September. But this is it, and this is where we find ourselves on this edition of the Morning Rap. To be part of the conversation, you call us on 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. There are a couple of things that we need to talk about on this edition of the Morning Rap, but it's always good to have you joining the conversation on this wonderful day.
State of work of connections is raising the flag. Obey steps.
Let's talk to this caller on the line. You live.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Well, we can't complain. Good morning. Go ahead.
My name is Joseph. They call me from Amber Point.
Okay. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for the discussion this morning. That actually the further speech or oration yesterday by the current finance minister. You see, we always say we should go in prayers, but the Bible says you can pray until the ground that you own will shake. There is nothing will come out. There is nothing will go down unless you work. The call for unity, I think it starts with action. Nobody can come from heaven and make unity in that law unless ourselves. And I think it starts with ourselves, meaning you who are in the driving seats can create the condition for the entire country to be united. And you can also create a condition for everybody to hate one another. And that is what happened. You see, the immediate past leadership and the current leadership are not doing well for the country and for themselves, for their children unborn. Because the thing is, when you take over as a leader, the platform you build is what everybody is going to strive on. You understand? The current leadership is supposed to create the condition for the citizens to be united, thereby, because when we see our two leaders, the former president, and no matter what, the fight against the drugs will not stop unity. The fight against corruption will not start unity if it is intentional. But if it's political, then it will be like the normal appearance saying, excuse me for the expression, it says carpool friendship. On top of it, you see a drag, but as soon as you put weight on it, then it tell you that no, I'm wet in the middle. They are not intentional about many things in the country, including the peace that was hardly earned by the entire country. That not the leaders make peace, that the common people make peace from the front line all the way to the homes. So thank you for the topic on the discussion, but they themselves should know that peace, unity, togetherness, the only way the country can move is for ourselves to be at peace with one another, and it starts with the two leaders, the past and the current. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. It starts with the two leaders. That's why the last caller said this morning, be a part of the conversation at 0775-919-919. It is not for me to say. You are the judges out there, and you are the one to speak to some of these issues listening on yesterday.
Corruption, even when nobody watching, is raising the flag. A young Nigerian who chooses education, hard work, creativity, entrepreneurship, and service over despair, raising the flag. The flag should inspire more than emotion. It should inspire response. The very leaders, because they influence citizens believe to be true or false. Business leaders, market association leaders, motorcyclist union leaders, trade union leaders, community leaders, etc. all exercise influence. And influence creates responsibility. A microphone creates responsibility. A pulpit creates responsibility. A classroom creates responsibility. A political platform creates responsibility. A social media following creates responsibility. Whenever influence exists, responsibility follows. There is not ever a danger that comes with common ownership. Sometimes, because Nigeria belongs to all of us, we behave as though Nigeria belongs to none of us. Economists describe or relate that phenomenon as the tragedy of the commons. When individuals pursue narrow private interests in ways that ultimately undermine the collective interest. We say we want clean cities, yet some of us throw garbage from a moving vehicle. We say Liberia needs a bigger budget, yet some of us deliberately evade legitimate taxes. We say we want a crime-free society, but when a friend or relative is lawfully apprehended, some of us demand that the police abandon the law. We demand accountability from public officials, but excuse wrongdoing when the wrongdoer belongs to our party, county, tribe, church, family, or circle track. This is how the common good is weakened. Protecting the flag means.
So that was the speech delivered yesterday by the 179 orator. We take a few more calls and we take our break and move into our next talking point this morning. You're live.
Good morning, Mr. Coach.
Good morning.
Good morning to the football the whole feature on Nigeria. I think it's chief for the church. And when it's more than just Mr. Myers, the books are looking to the excellent degree you are doing to the last comment of the handout of Mr. Kapua. You know, the speech he gave was very much powerful, right? But there should be a strategy. Go for the people that do want to stay, but do not do what to do. The message speech was powerful, and let it rest together on our mind. But people are so they are leaders that are in our country. Let us be in the message. Let us flash the seed there. Then with that, our people move forward, and we as commoners, we don't do just as they are doing. Thank you for the
Thanks for being part of the conversation. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919 are the numbers to be part of the conversation. The lines are currently activated, and you can speak to exactly what we are speaking up to this morning, most especially as it relates to Liberia independent national flag day original yesterday delivered by the current Minister of Finance, Development, Planning, Augustine Kwega, talking about unity, that we should not divide ourselves no matter what our political differences. But he also spoke about the come September, some part in September, the government will hit the $1 billion mark, as you may be aware. What are these things are realistic, or is something that Liberians needed just to hear, other than knowing that these things are realistic? But we wait and watch to see. We'll take this break. When we come back, we'll move into our next talking point this morning.
And I think this is a system of Janjaweed, malicious form of tyrannical leadership that has to be categorically condemned.
Is there any specific law that clearly lays down the process as to how ex-officials can be called in by investigators for questioning? Is there a specific law that lays down the process?
The former vice president of the country is a stateswoman. Understand that very well. She served this country as the second president in command of the country, as far as our history is concerned. And this government, we expect that the most honorable thing to do was to exercise respect. And we see that this government continues to provoke tension, crisis. They try to enact and inflame
the results of 2026 West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination with according to works, we have 33,741 candidates passing out of 55,887 who sat the examination across Liberia. And the latest shows there's a growth, improvement in our educational sector other than the past. And what the results did say, out of the 55,878 candidates who took the exam, 33,741 were successful, representing about 60.4% of the total number of candidates that sat the exam. So, according to the report, mathematics recorded 72.8% of the passing mark, making it one of the better performing subjects in this year's examination. Physics recorded 53.7% rate as well. And we are told that the vocational and technical subjects were also performed strongly, with several trade areas recording passing mark as well, up to 100%. So the results now will bring relief to students, to parents, and guardians, sponsors, and all of these people to start preparing for further education, whether in tertiary, vocational, or whatever. But it bring relief that you attend your graduation ceremony. And so for this time around, there are many successful candidates. Is there some level of improvement in our educational sector now under the watch of this government? Can we say now with this passing mark, or we think that there was some foul play in terms of flexibility? These students were also probably being helped in the process, but with the result, previous time we saw some of the results that were so demeaning to our country. Liberians were so much disdain in the spirit to know that many of our folks. So the result have gave the Ministry of Education and school and other shareholder opportunity to examine areas where students, so they can look down. The ministry now can look and say, okay, let's look at other areas where, because mathematics now, physics, we understood that the students perform well. So what other areas that we need to look, schools to upgrade and see how best to improve, and so these are the results, but they will provide other updates, including subject by subject performance and other relevant information concerning candidates in schools. We know when Division 1 and all of these things, but these are the results for 2026 that is currently out. So out of 55,000, out of the 55,887 candidates that sat the exam across Liberia, we've been told that 33,741 candidates made a serious passing mark who sat the exam. What is your take on this matter? How do you think and feel about this? It's a sign that our educational sector is gradually growing or improving. Are there more work to be done in terms of salaries, infrastructure, teaching materials, and other things, support to our educators? Are there rooms? But these are the results. What do we say about? It's a 60% plus, and that's why the WAG is telling us that this time around, 60% plus who sat made a huge passing mark. Can we improve on this? What are some of those areas if you are to advise government in strengthening the education sector? Is it based on infrastructure, teaching material, electricity, internet, building the capacity of instructors, qualified and cut across Liberia to know how do we send up qualified, competent teachers in the liberal counties to improve the sector as well? Or we just focus on Montserrat or the nearby counties? It is for you to say this morning. on this edition of the Morning Ride. So you can call us on 0775 919 919. These are the results, but YXL, they will do it subject by subject. But as it stands, all of the 55,000 plus got sacked. So 33,741 person made a passing mark. Let's talk to this caller and weigh in on this edition. Your life.
Good morning.
Let's go ahead.
This is Akin Dodo. I call you from a Painesville resident this morning.
Aki, what do you make of this result for Liberia this time around?
Thank you. I believe the wire institution is an integrated institution. And looking at 2026 wise result, I believe that Liberia is making a significant progress into our education sector. And let me applaud you, Boto, and the Ministry of Education for the level of significant progress.
If you are to recommend to the Ministry of Education, what area you think that we need to improve? What are infrastructure, teaching material, improving the welfare status of salaries, benefit for our instructors? Where do you go?
Great. I would like to recommend to the government when it comes to teacher salary, when it comes to teaching material, that is teaching aid. All right. When you equip teachers, national teachers, build teachers' quarters, there are teachers who expand to the rural area. There is no way that they live in constant era. Today, they say they make everything in a weak way to teach the Liberian people. So if you find such a people in the educational sector, there is more need that we empower them, we give them the need that they can put more time and pay more attention to our educational sector. Thank you this morning.
Thanks for being part of the conversation this morning. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. The two numbers you can be part of the conversation this morning on the People's Program, the Morning Ride, your breakfast info companion program on Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Online from the state of Painesville, Mozzarella, Liberia. As usual, we are here Mondays to Fridays, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., where we will run with you national and global issues on this platform. Wiki Brooks, as usual, on this edition of the Morning Ride. Let's talk to our callers on the line. Your life. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please
How
go.
you doing?
Well, I can't complain.
Okay, I just want to say thank you to the Ministry of Education and government at large for our students. They did well. But if I recommend anything, okay, our brothers at the University of Liberia, who they call SU, need to have programs where when they see senior house and senior student from the university who is graduating, then they put themselves together, they go in the rural area to help the government to teach. There are a lot of schools in the rural area, no teacher. And the year running around causing no causing president. So sort of be one of the person to put university student, we can see how can we graduate together to spend 6 months. They work with Ministry of Education, they work with youth and sport. They send students in different countries. What teachers are there? They have smart people in Europe that are doing both terms English subjects and things. That they help the Ministry of Education. Let's start causing people that they put themselves together. Every student that trying to graduate from the University of Liberia, that they get a program. That the same student in the very rural area that they teach for 6 months. So if I suggest that suit that to the University of Liberia, help. Thank you.
Thanks for being part of the conversation this morning. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation. And this is a huge passing mark folks are talking about on this edition of the Morning Ride. And wherever you are, we'd like to say to all of you, welcome, and let's have a good time together on this edition of the Morning Rap. Call us on 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. The name is to talk and be part of the conversation this morning. You know, in previous year, a lot of complaints. Oh, Liberia, the passing mark was so low. And this time around, what if there's an improvement actually from the government of Liberia making some frantic effort in improving the education sector? Then we see some of the results that are coming. Do we expect now to see the comes next academic year that we expect to have a result that could be more than the 60+% of those who sat the 2026 exam? But there are a couple of things that we're going to be talking about this morning. But this is the result, and these results are out. We understand that there was huge and strong performance in mathematics, as well as from physics and trade and other areas. But let me welcome my colleague this morning.
Yeah, Ambassador, it's great. Let me say thanks to our folks again. You know, it's always a very good feeling after celebrating 179 years, as a matter of fact, in the country. And every country will love, or citizen will love to celebrate their own existence as a nation. Upon going to have to the rest of the folks in the country upon the celebration. You know, it's good. The education sector of our country is one that requires lot of attention. And when we are at the point where we are getting the reports, it's laudable. We want to say thanks to the teachers, the faculty staff who are there inculcating and imparting knowledge into our kids, our children, our future generation. At least the call to duty is resonating well, and it's not just about the passing mark. Remember the last time when we had the issue with the recruitment of the armed forces of Liberia, how our 12th graders, those who were perceived to be out of high school, they performed very dismally. And there were a lot of calls. There were a lot of calls around. What are the education sector? What are those administrators? What are those instructors? What are those school going folks? What are they doing about our education needs? So it's actually a worthwhile one to hear that this year, or the past WIAC process, the WAS, our children did extremely well. We want to say thanks to them. And we also want to encourage them. Those who are passed, those who are yet to meet up with the requirement to sit for the WAS or WIAC, we want to say it's not just about yourself, it's also about the country. Because it portrays a kind of good image of the country, that the education sector, that those instructors, those school administrators, the time and effort they apply. I listened to the speech of the 179 speaker in presence of the finance minister, Augustin Kwihi Kafwan. He spoke exceptionally well. You know, his speech captured each and every one of us as citizens, even those who are strangers, who are visitors, who are just here, who are alien, foreigners, or in the West African region. You know, he spoke in a way that we find ourselves. That it's not just about the country, it's not just about the flag, but we all have a responsibility. One thing I love when I captured, he said, if we all will protect something that for everybody, it should be each and every one of us protecting it in our closet. It's not about all of us going to protect one thing at once, but where you are at a point to protect that thing that will benefit everybody. That shows a serious patriotic spirit. And I want to say thanks to him for his innovation, his inspiration, especially when I'm listening, talking about the first grade student marching there. Today he never knew he would be sitting.
Yes, yeah. I think our education system over the years been making some strides and keep improving over the time, and we hope that it continues. I think all of the government have made a lot of effort in helping to
Sure.
improve. And we just continue. We should just continue to make sure that we continue to improve the system other than progressing. We should continue to progress.
Yeah.
Wherever government comes, continue from where the next government stopped. You continue from
let's
there.
stop the blame game.
Yeah, let's stop the blame game. The Madam Ellen Jones leave government made her part.
Sure.
We take it back from Chancellor. He played his role. Interim government played a role. Madam Ellen Johnson came 12 years. She played her part. And the CDC-led government headed by former President George Weah played his part.
Yeah.
Today, we see this government playing her part. Whoever government comes next should also be able to play the part.
Sure.
And stop the blame game, like you said earlier. And we just look at ways and look at areas that we can improve from to make sure that we can improve all of the sector.
Yeah.
Today, it's a pride for us to celebrate that 60+% of those who sat the 2026 whites can be, we can say, yes, these are one or two steps we have made.
Yeah.
Can we improve on it? Or we just use it to celebrate and forget about ourselves?
No, we need improvement.
Yes. So we think that it is a thumbs up to all of the school administrators, the teachers, our students who put in the time, the effort to see us having such a result. But let's talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, am I talking to OKFM?
But you got something playing in the background.
Say hey, talking to OKFM. When you find OKFM died, then you tune to them. Thank you for being part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a long struggle. You know, one person, I usually say to you, the education minister is one person who should be thumbs up to. She's doing exceptionally well. You know, when she told us she had a nationwide trip.
Yesterday, Martin Blaketon, the director of communication, told the president at the ceremony that there was no mistake sending her.
Sure.
At that ministry.
Right.
She's workaholic. The results. You know, Ambassador, yesterday, the kids I saw at the ceremony, imagine I saw a K2 student reciting a poem with a 12th grade student.
Yeah.
And that little girl recited that thing. I couldn't believe it. And looking at the crowd, seeing the president of the country, and was never, she never felt intimidated by it. And I couldn't believe it. You know what? I started a picture of my two girls. The children who got that kind of, that normally would say, Drafe, the greatness.
Yeah, Tiwa.
They are never moved by a crowd. I started to look and say, yes. So many schools are making some major effort.
We need heroes.
Yes.
We need heroes. We need great people of this country. And it will take the mind, that patriotic spirit, to mold another child.
And
to bring another
to
child
have seen a visually impaired kid again who recited the allegiance. Look, it brought tears to my eyes.
If I'm not doing that, folks, that our plan. You ask them anyway.
No, reality. Look, I saw that girl who is visually impaired, the little child, reciting that thing on yesterday. And she was saying it with a smile.
So much confidence within her.
Yes. A child that cannot see was reciting that.
Yes.
And you can see, you can talk.
In her mind, eyes, she was looking at a very huge crowd.
And looking at a country that she was born in.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not see the development of my country. But I think I'm feeling something.
She was being a part.
I'm
not like because I'm visually impaired, I'm being isolated, but I'm a part of this country. As well as sitting among great men and women, hearing that the president is seated before me.
And I'm speaking to him.
I'm speaking to him, listening to me.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
It's a
you might never get it. You might never get it.
That's the kind of spirit, that Liberians should have. That Liberians should be able to impact, to inculcate the young children of the country. But in the past, they all been, like one of the music of the hip hop is they take out your blouse and you pass.
Yeah.
So teacher, you come and say take out your blouse and you pass.
So, but what's the impact? What's the impact? And that's why sometimes back, we were always looking for the elite children to be at these occasions.
Yes.
But if we start to divide and cut across and look down, it brings a balance and you get a clear understanding of what's happening in the country.
Sure.
So you can just go for Gafwan song. What do you expect? You can go for Jaso Dodo. Or you come for Natl.
You know that those people will perform exceptionally well, but when you're going beyond the belt.
But if you walk to PCS and take a kid from there,
yeah,
you imagine. Saw a kid from Grady Addison performing.
Yeah.
We have to, if balance our education sector, then we start to improve some of these things and working out a lot of these things.
Obviously.
And
when you listen to Gafwan, it is not about your tribe or your county, but we all have one thing to protect. That's the country.
He said something. He said he never imagined in his life a little boy who started school in the first grade in 1978 at the time in Lofa County was 10 as an orator to deliver
in a hot seat, in a hot podium.
Yeah. Such occasion that he has always been fond of, excited to be part of.
Yeah.
You want to drill, you want to carry the flag. And to see himself today standing and addressing the country, don't give up on yourself.
And I want to point out something that a lot of folks are looking at. I want to say the Liberia, the National Tourism Authority. Every time we have these kind of events at the Centennial Pavilion, Ambassador, this is one of Liberia Historical Treasure Center.
Yeah.
Every time. Imagine, a lot of folks will tell you when this place was erected, they were kids. But some of them have found a way with their level of patriotism and how they have performed. Today they are in the government and they see themselves in a very key role upon there. Seeing Gafwan was, as a child, was way back in Lofa County to say he would be somewhere. If you even imagine that, how he would play out, he doesn't know how it's going to work out.
He couldn't
be there with his dedication.
Yesterday, you could see it. Gafwan couldn't believe that he was the one standing to address. And other students, look, yesterday, and with the results of the wax of 2026 just come in line with what we saw yesterday from the students.
Sure.
How they performed yesterday.
Sure.
We say kudos to all of the governments of recent and to this government and the next government to come. Let us continue to make this strides.
One of the fundings of our member of the Unity Party, Councillor Peter Bonojala, he said, what a rain. Even the zest was in the students at the time when it was raining.
He spoke.
They see themselves so much excited that they want to be with
But the same thing happened yesterday with all of the rain. Look, those kids were in the rain, smiling, preparing. Let's take a few calls and go for our sponsor break. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please go ahead.
My name is Akira Roden, and I join you from Lower Marketing Company.
Go ahead.
I want to appreciate you for the show. Yesterday, I felt that spirit of unity in myself, even though I was not at the occasion.
Yes.
I was listening to the radio. But that spirit of unity, you can feel it. Yesterday, I want to appreciate the government. And then the Ministry of Education should put more effort to those lower school or outside Moldova.
Yes.
Because most of them, they are not actually putting effort to make us to learn good. Most of them are after the money. You can see when they school without computer lab or neither science lab. Most of the teachers
that's a very serious point you're making. We hope that they listen.
I want to tell you, the schools in the rural part are left out. They are not left out.
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller on the line. You're live.
Hello.
Good morning, Jojo.
Yeah. Thank you again for the second topic. I just want to tell Minister of Education was just want to tell them thank you for improving. But while this men have spoke to and said we need some lab to study. Nobody is door. Royalty is not there. You can't screen anybody. What you not see, why will you blow it? So I'm urging the government at least all the schools you have sound lab, and most of the teachers, the motive they carry to the school is just for money. They may not be all. But in my presence, I heard a teacher telling the students, say, when you do what I tell you to do, I will send you summer school. I was doing nothing wrong. That's why they say, send me summer school. Then they say, my head is so big. Send me summer school. So getting the children putting fear in there too. So the US, the says for that.
Okay.
And I want to beg the government in the last point.
Let's talk to other callers on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
And there's this claim I'm always calling on different people. My brother, I watched the entire ceremony yesterday, looking at Gafwan. You know, sometimes back we can talk this thing for our older people to listen to it. Peter Bono Jara, the councillor, spoke well when I was much smaller from Carrisburg. We used to leave from Carrisburg to go to Bensonville in the morning for that time. Whether rain falling, you must get it. And in fact, it brought more people attention, interest to join the army, the police, and other military force. I can remember when we were smaller back, when you hear say Wiki Brooks is leading the staff line.
Yeah.
Nathaniel Bar is the militant.
Oh.
My brother. You know,
you have to put yourself in order.
Adjutant.
Yeah.
When you hear the star line commander stand and say, adjutant report. You hear the man, adjutant reporting, sir. And you see all the various star line, all the various battalion reporting to that particular company. And then you can feel it. You see the man after they get award, the best dressed school, person who makes the RL, all those things, and it brought 20 people at the last school I attended. Most of my friends, the other guy called him Peter, the men, all of them went to the airport because they had that mind. When they say parade time, August 24th, 1 week, sometimes 2 weeks, complete training. Real training, they will bring all army personnel to train you on a football field, reinforcing your training. And when you get on that place to give iron, you will know that the children are moving.
Yeah.
For the child who recited the night of their pledge, I say to you free, we need to bring back the spirit because
we need to bring back that spirit.
Now, they know it. For small to say for now, for our age, what we learn way back, we still know it. For the speech of Martin Luther King, I have a dream that one day my 4 little children will live in a nation. I learned that thing since 3rd grade, 20 years gone now. But as for our children in another 11th grade in the PB school, the international school asked them, they have pledged allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the nation of which it stands. When they say it, anytime you see my number, don't go to
Yeah.
it.
I still know the Patrick Henry speech, give me death or give me liberty. And I still remember Abraham Lincoln's speech, the Gothenburg speech.
Yes.
I still recite these things on a regular basis.
We know all the things. But we just want to come back, let the government
and let the teachers themselves, you know, my brother, what I want to say is that if you look at the WAS result, it's a result of the teachers' commitment.
Yes.
The teachers, that's what the WAS result tells you.
I think we need to applaud our teachers this morning and with the results. And we got to keep improving the welfare and all of these things that we improve. Good morning. Let's take this final caller.
Good morning. How you doing?
Well, we can't complain. God morning us.
All right, so my name is Frederick Buller Howard. I joined the conversation from Rehab or something. My brother, I listened to Gafwan's speech yesterday. Gafwan's speech had no impact in this country. All those guys not ready for this country. They're not ready to make things. Everybody that has sent to position in this country wants to clean ownership. This is our time. That means that just public or charade that there will be no impact. Gafwan then will serve this country again and nothing will change. For the drug issue.
No. Don't confuse yourself, please, in this conversation because you can't just come and make
you finish with the thing we're talking, you leave there, you go. So
you don't want to go to drug. We take something drugs
But
here.
then you said that mean anything.
Don't mean nothing.
Because you
Because
said
even
the
the
next
too much
thing
now
now
we have it here.
you go, when you even mention one thing about drugs, you take drugs, you put it in
Pastor,
the
you see how
discussion
some
line.
men,
Then you see in the horrible,
they get
just
coffee,
say. Now you in one position to speak on issues that
the
we
man,
discuss.
the
You
pastor man
left
was
it.
talking, he got children. He even got a wife or got multiple concubines. They say to him, you see how naive you are in your thinking? So you're very bad to bring silly part of the conversation. We're talking something. The my colleague can say, we're talking moving, we're talking about vehicle, you bring Pasako, then you bring Pasako tire.
Sour testing. Yeah.
What man?
He said, Kafwan.
They forgot, man. I called right in the morning. Yesterday, not today.
Let's go for our sponsor break this morning.
Bad, man.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Let's take our break and be bad.
1 minute we condemn people that
Yeah.
walk in the same thing.
I think I'm going to talk anything good.
Must be able to stand in defense of those who cannot defend themselves. You must ensure that due process is honored. Let us respect the law and let us interpret it faithfully. I say to you, as with Lady Justice herself carried a scarf of substance and of justice, and let nothing tip them but the truth. My brothers and sisters, Nigerians depend on you. West Africa depends on you. Africa depends on you. The world depends on you. Democracy depends on you. And free and fair elections depend on you. So I say to all of you here today, Africa must continue in peaceful coexistence. And we must all stand up for the rule of law. Stand up for fairness. Stand up for impartiality. Stand up for gender equality. Stand up for equality. Stand up for humanity. Stand up for peace. And stand up for democracy. Stand up against discrimination. Stand up for accountability. Stand up for free and fair elections. I say to you all, Nigeria Bar Association, bravo! Bravo! God bless the Nigeria Bar Association, and may God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you. Must be able to stand in defense of those who cannot defend themselves. You must ensure that due process is honored. Let us respect the law and let us interpret it faithfully. I say to you, as with Lady Justice herself carried a scarf of substance and of justice, and let nothing tip them but the truth. My brothers and sisters, Nigerians depend on you. West Africa depends on you. Africa depends on you. The world depends on you. Democracy depends on you. And free and fair elections depend on you. So I say to all of you here today, Africa must continue in peaceful coexistence. And we must all stand up for the rule of law. Stand up for fairness. Stand up for impartiality. Stand up for gender equality. Stand up.
Coleman is the engineer of the drug cartel operation in the country. This is Gregory third time telling the nation that BB people in the government involved in the drugs business. What's stopping President Bwaka, Gregory Coleman, Jeremiah Kun for calling the BB people name? What's happening there? There will be even more problem by keeping Gregory Coleman. You cannot keep Gregory Coleman and tell Gregory Coleman to investigate. Not have Gregory Coleman reduced. Tell the drug thinking about Gregory Coleman now reduced that somebody that on Slim Jam. I'm not even going that. For President Bwaka to tell the nation that he fighting on drugs, Gregory Coleman gotta go. You cannot have your LDA acting director in drugs business. You cannot have Gregory Coleman operating. Everybody around him, the Johnny Walker Dean, you know, the passing, the Anthony Gay, the dead passing. So look, Gregory picking that. Then you come on camera. You tell us, say, oh, I know that BB people in government involved. The Liberian people must hear this one. BB people in government involved. Call the BB people name. Then you choke. You can't call the BB people name. That who the BB people in government? That person of Bwaka? that Jeremiah Kuhn, that who the BB people in government, that Sarah Bessel Yanti, that Oscar Chua, the Justice Minister, who Gregory talking about? When you get hustler BMN operating in the country, the Liberian people eye will be open, clear. Our country need to be redeemed. Liberia need to be redeemed. When you have the police director involved with drugs operation, when you have the police director involved, the police commissioner, the people around him going to jail, then he said, for me, I know, but BB people, who the BB people in government, Gregory? You got a name. Time to reach the BB board, and you said no. Common is the engineer of the drug cartel operation in the country.
As usual, we have Mary Maga. As a matter of fact, Mary Maga is proudly Liberian owned. I hope that you listen to all of the coups that are there from the Mary Maga tea. Mary Maga tea is being produced by the Marry for Life International. Mary Maga tea, and this is a herbal supplement, Liberians. You know, many a times we'll look this thing about how we want to treat our health and all that. But our health is our wealth. On a very serious note, we need to take our health matter very seriously. On a very serious note, you know, if you're not strong, you're not healthy, you cannot do whatever you want to do. You won't. If you are going through and you're having rheumatism, pains on your joints, you won't be able to do what you want to do. If you're having diabetes, you won't live happily. On a very serious note, a typhoid is giving you a hard time. The low blood pressure, eye problem, you know that. So it's time that you can help yourself as Liberians. The heart tea is in Liberia, and we are always here to bring this to you. I want to say, please take advantage of the heart tea, the Mary Maga heart tea. As a matter of fact, it will serve you right. There are so many testimonies. There are so many good news about the Mary Maga. So we are yet again to inform you about this. Please rush now and get your product. You will certainly live happily. Mary Maga is in a Bananas Farm, Pinsville. As a matter of fact, you can go there and get the Mary Maga product. Remember, it will be so much greater that you visit the family there, where you'll be able to ask all of your questions, and your questions will be answered there. And you'll also be able to see some of real life experience. You listen to them, folks who were having issues, growth, skin diseases. Mary Maga help you in those areas. Body weakness, infection, sexual weakness. Mary Maga certainly help you. As a matter of fact, let me say again, it's a supplement that help clean your entire body. It help clean your entire body. So Mary Maga is here to stay, and please get your Mary Maga herbal supplement available. And also, you know, Mary Maga helps to clean the body. It's a supplement. I want to mention this again. And Mary Maga also out there willing to partner with folks you out there. So if you want to extend this product upon wherever you will be. You can do so by helping to extend this product outside to so many other people who may not have the time to reach closer. You remember I said to the Marima guys at Bananas Farm, Painesville, right opposite the Kuma Benue Sun Tissue Factory. And Marima guy also there in for the Southern Creek Bridge, where they call it Junction. It's also the cutting tree, and it can help you a lot. Please, Marimaga is certainly important for you all. So those of you who want to partner with Marimaga, I'm going to read these numbers again so you get it. You can also use these numbers for more information. So please, 0777 444 591. 0777 444 591. 0888 875 551. 0888 875 551. So if you're out there, please, Liberians, call these numbers. If you want to partner with Marimaga, call these numbers. If you also want to get information, call these numbers. And you will certainly be glad that you did. Please take your health matter important. Marimaga has been recognized by the Liberian government, the Liberian Medicine, Health and Regulatory Authority in Liberia. They've been recognized. They have recognized Marimaga, the Ministry of Government, the Ministry of Health, and all relevant authorities have recognized Marimaga. And Marimaga is currently being tested outside in West Africa to be approved. So I want to say this is very serious. Your diabetes, take the time now and be able to get these issues done. Liberians, it's time to get your health, to take your health matter very serious. If you are in pain though, as one of our Marimaga is in Lofa, is in Bonk, Nima, and Maserado, and if you are in pain though, you can go there, opposite the Kuma Benue Sun Tissue Factory. What is the Black Factory? Behind the Black Factory, a minute or two walk, you will see the building, the facility of the Marimaga. You can get there and you will certainly help yourself. You will thank us later on. I want to say, please do this to help yourself. Your health is your wealth. Good morning and welcome.
So here comes Sub Chairman.
Madam President.
Yes. How you doing?
We are here to you. I don't know. I just see the student you're passing. I don't think it means well for us, anyways.
You know, I
but,
think very highly of all y'all. You know, I love my students. You know that.
Yeah. So if you see the students, sometimes you know why we are here. If you just all and good, that means you don't acknowledge our presence. You don't acknowledge why we are students. And the reason why you exist is because of us. And, our presence here is also to observe what is happening at the Capitol Hill campus, and we have made it very clear that unless we see a very justifiable reason to keep students home, we maintain that August 25th, we're going to come out and demand the opening of school. We are not unaware of the crisis on the campuses with OFA, OSAT, and the administration, and that is why we are here. And so we want to go to school. It has been a concern of the student. We also want quality facilities. And that is why when we saw that the government announced immediate renovation, it was something that we welcome, because this is what we have been calling for over the years. We welcome renovation on the campuses, and we can only acknowledge staying home if we see genuine effort that affect all campuses. Because what we see, only the CBAV being or top being removed and other campuses stay excluded, it raises serious concern and question about if the renovation is genuine or is meant to uplift the university or intended to keep us out of school.
Renovation 4 campuses.
So, Madam President, like I said, the Student Unification Party.
You say the color contest, you the best singer, you the best dancer. What is that? Look, Mr. President, we are. This thing called governance is not your area.
Governance is not your area.
Governance is not your area. You'll be a very good choir director. The man even went to building church. He's now a pastor. He's a self-imposed pastor. He built church, he built theater, he did drama, he did music, he did everything. You want to be a comedian? Join a comedian around the world. No country will take no level-headed, educated people of a nation will get a country over to somebody who doesn't have the means of governing as wants to govern. Governance is not just money, president. Your name there on the book. Take what is done and go that way. They think you're not your era. And the people who trying to push you, we have to support them because the packet getting dry. So they won't come back to refill. They're not your gas station here.
Promises fill the morning glory. The build a tower, it's very much tall. Why hungry children watch them fall. And they smiles. And so welcome to all of you this morning. And with exclusive delight, it's certainly a great Monday morning here today. I remember the current Senate Pro Tempore Yomikanga Lawrence, a senator of Grand Bassa County, said, "It's another Monday morning. Don't underestimate what faithful hands, determined hearts, and united people can accomplish. Let us go into this week believing, serving, and building, because better days are not only possible, together we can make them happen upon today." Those words from Senator Yomikanga Lawrence, Senate Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate. And she said something, that's what I'm going to go to this morning. She said, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Happy Flag Day. You know, this thing, I want to hear Liberians this morning. How many of you, and I'm going to be watching so many things. Don't tell me I can see you. From your posture, I will know exactly where you are and what really you are doing. I want to hear Liberians. I want to hear you with the pledge of Liberia. I want to hear Liberians speak to me this morning. Let me see how many of you can really reminisce the past and tell me how really, what can you remember? Remember about that time in Liberia, early in the morning, about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you will see that the flag of Liberia will be hosted at every public, private schools in this country. Whether it's a Benabo school, it's a Spire school, they will host the flag. And guess what? When you hear the whistle about that time, even if you are distant away, you know exactly what's going on. And you have to stand. Everybody walking past that school campus will stand. You know, back then, not most of our schools were in fences, you know. Yeah. So it was very much clear to see. Sometimes government offices. I grew up in Fiama and onto the one street. The Lancerman building there has a flag. And remember when they blew the whistle, and right around the Lancerman building, you have the Carabafte School right there onto the Barclay Avenue there. Then if you look toward the Gibson Avenue, you will find another school there, which is the Fiama Community School, that is directly closer, right on the road. So you know that when the Fiama Community School blew the whistle, you know exactly what it means. Everybody or cars passing will stop. They will have to stop. People on the road, even you rushing, going to do your business, like you cook your body, dry rest, or you go into school, to work, or you go to another school, you have to stop. If you are around the Carabafte school, you have to stop. At the time the Carabafte school was in fence. I'm telling you something. Some people who know this, as a matter of fact, the likes of Jefferson Tamakuchi can tell you this thing. And if it is the Lancerman building at the time, that will blow the whistle, you have to stop. Because they were already in fence at the time. So when the hosting place is exactly know where you will be. So I want to hear Liberian this morning. How many of you really remember the pledge? I know some of you now are going to look in your ABC book, or some of you going to your phone, the key parts. I want to hear Liberians say the pledge this morning. I want to hear Liberians speak to their country with allegiance on today. We'll take this break. Right after that, we'll open the line 0775 919 919. When you call me, just tell me your name and then tell me exactly. Good morning and welcome to all of you on this edition of the program. Nine one nine 919. I want to hear the pledge of allegiance to the country this morning. Let me talk to my first caller on today. I want to take you back. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Peace Island? Okay. Augustine, where did you go to school? Where you started your early school journey?
My early school journey?
Yeah.
I started going to the County.
In Lima County. What's the school? It's a school still in existence.
Yeah.
What's the school? What's the name of the school?
It's very public school.
You said?
Very public school.
Where? I want to get a school name. He said, where? Where you ball play public school?
Yes.
Okay, let me hear the pledge from you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of its stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And for all indication, I can guess that you are seated and you are not having your hands on your head. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your own early experience this morning. Let me hear another person here. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Joe calling from district number 17.
This is 17.
Broadway to be specific.
Where did you start your early school journey?
I started my early school journey from Samuel County, Green Bay City.
The school? The school. Is the school senior assistance?
Yeah, St. Joseph High School.
Okay.
St. Joseph, right in Greenville, Fiesta.
Oh, okay. Greenville, and you all the way here now through your life journey. Let me hear the pledge from you.
Oh, during those days, we used to really take the flag there.
Yeah, I want to hear our pledge.
All right. Okay. Oh, our pledge, our allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For all, I know you are seated.
Yes, I'm seated.
Wow. During the day, were you sitting down to give the pledge?
No, we just stand.
Okay. But right now, you gave me the pledge, you're sitting down. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, the student father.
Welcome.
This is Webster South Locally.
Webster, it's great to have you on the line.
Carl Baptist is my favorite school. I started with.
Where?
Carl Baptist.
Carl Baptist.
Carl Baptist.
Where?
In Fiamma there. As a Baptist.
In Fiamma?
Carl Baptist.
Where?
Carl Baptist at Fiamma there.
Fiamma. On the, going to the water and see what?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you used to be very high-headed. You used to be in the coach shop there with Mark Kevin. Okay, let me hear the pledge from you.
I stand in account in this in the name first. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I know you don't have your hand on your head.
My hand on my right hand on my left. As I speak to you right now.
Your right hand on your left?
My right hand on my left and my hat. That's why I did on the roof. I guess I'm.
Okay. Those Caribbean boys used to be all in my Kevin coach shop there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. I want to hear the students. I want to hear our students today. I know a lot of the schools are not open yet. Well, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Salute the flag this morning.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I know some of you you're feeling fascinating, you're looking at it.
No, man.
Some of you feeling forgetting about the thing. Some of you feeling forgetting about the thing. Oh, okay. Let me talk to Mr. Jones Betty this morning. Good morning, Jones. Good morning. Good morning. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, live.
Now good morning to Wiki.
Yeah, welcome.
Man, it's Jones Betty calling for each other.
Yeah, I'll pour as a brother. 2 days of this platform is what I listening to. I felt disappointed not too long when you insulted or call for a contrary to a discussion. I use just off the color and let the color go instead of insulting the color. I believe that color has carried.
Okay. And that's why we have said to others, I don't, but anyway, let's go to this conversation here. We'll talk at another time.
And I'm done. I was just looking for me that the way in which you refer to that color was so demeaning.
Okay.
And as family radio then listening to me, he said apology from the both of you.
Okay. You said insulted and he said it meaning again. But I don't want to go through that. Let me say thank you. And that's why when you are getting on the line, you're over advanced, please listen to the radio. Please listen. Because if you don't listen, how can you make a profound contribution to something? Please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ambassador. Yeah, I'm telling you now, it's just a radio. Ambassador, I think it's moving. Let me restart, man. Let me press the cell that brought this morning. It is important. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Natl and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then for one thing in our whole year, one nation, no matter where it's from, we get divided into 50 different political subdivisions, but one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And this is where it makes all of us one, irrespective of your tribe. Whether you're from a rich family or you're from a poor family, you're from this tribe in the south, in the east, the west, but this is what makes all of us one.
Thank you, that's important.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Well, good morning again.
Yeah, welcome.
Is that Miss Nicole from Israel?
Jojo, where did you start your early educational journey?
Grandmaster, they used to call the school
James Davis? Hello?
Grandmaster,
Okay. Let's go to the pledge.
I will pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, not for one person. Thank you.
Okay, not for one. Justice for all, the rich and the poor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I said the pledge this morning, but now I'm on my feet. Let me carry you back.
Where were you first?
My man, I want to go to school, man.
Hey, God.
Come.
Which school in the community? Hello? Oh, he's off the line. I hope you can call back. I want to know that good school. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Matt.
Welcome.
This is Chief from the Kirk.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, of the pledge allegiance to the flag of Nigeria and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
They think you look immediately think I seen you. You are reading this thing. You feel browsing it and you're reading it.
No, Mr. Matt. I can. It's not a national anthem.
Oh, okay. We have to go to the national anthem. Let's go to the national anthem. Except brother.
Which was happening for you?
Yeah, go there.
The first tenor. Which was happening for you? The first or the second?
I want to hear the entire national anthem.
Okay. Oh, he
Wow. They got started the thing just now. Which school? Where is that early school joining? Eh? Oh, Salvation Army. No, anyway, you have to be good because thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Let me talk to another caller. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That yeah, you know, if a lot of the students were taught these things, it would be very. I want to hear students of today. I want to hear that I'm still in school. Yeah, a lot of the folks that I'm getting folks who have already left school a while or a very long time. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is Oliver Second, and I'm paying so application. Yeah, started my primary in Lawa, my district, and this Lawa is at the back when you go here, teacher man go. That was the school primary education. Yes, and I remember we used to recite the pledge national anthem. And I remember it when I was in school. My elder and my father divided the books for use of peace. And I was a little with my brothers in the school. But I can remember I ever my high school wooden books and Babylon Road.
Yeah, so let me hear the pledge from you.
I pledge allegiance of Liberia and to the republic of which is then one nation, indivisible, with liberty, justice, and for all.
Wow. Congratulations. I know you left school for a very long time now, but you can still remember these things.
Yeah, 2003.
Okay. Thank you so much, my brother.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for this. You know, the national anthem of Liberia, the Pledge of Allegiance, is one issue that reminds you of that oneness, that togetherness. And if all Liberians can re-look or look at this again, and with commitment, they will see themselves that this is a matter of must, all Liberians. Good morning.
Good morning, Natl.
Welcome.
Well, on the line, but somebody called me, so.
Oh, okay, okay. You said you graduated from a very school.
Early childhood, I went to good school, my brother.
Yeah, in the Okay. What's the name of the school?
I went to C.B. Harris.
Yeah, go ahead.
Charles E. Harris, but then government took over the school now. It's government school now.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
The school still exists.
Good morning. Let me call you back on the radio.
It is online.
with what we're discussing.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
As I said the allegiance this morning.
Okay.
But then before saying the allegiance, I just want to say two things.
Okay.
When we were smaller, I came at 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Facing the flagpole.
Yes.
If the school staff to non-grade, the non-grade responsible to host the flag.
Yes.
So the men call for attention.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's sitting at 45 degrees. And then you salute the flag.
Yes. We are head. Your head held high.
Your 4 feet. Yes.
Yes.
And then all the female on their breast.
Sure.
So if you host the flag, after the hosting of the flag, you sing the national anthem. They play the allegiance to the flag of Liberia. Then you sing the school board.
Mm-hmm.
But those three things, the international schools that we're claiming in the country, they don't do it. The children don't know it. The children even know the school board, when you pay $50 per month for the bus fee.
Yes.
For them to go to school. Before I can conclude, when we were smaller, all the carpet boats we use in the country had the most sensitive information on it.
Mm-hmm.
But for our age now, if you say no now, if I go to town, I can bring 3 carpet boats to whoever, drop it there and see what the information I'm providing when you're there. Then you say Cleaner is lying. The national anthem used to be at the back of the carpet boat.
Mm-hmm.
One. All the past president, the present,
yes,
it will be there. The map of Liberia will be there.
Yeah.
But now, you know the picture that only can go.
Mm-mm.
When I'm Messi, like Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm Messi, that they call it Ronaldo, Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
So we are now following the pattern.
Yes.
Of the culture of the schooling. So even the person go to school, I don't remember I was small. But whatever Friday, big sister, director, James. When I met get down from in a small little car, as you say 5 times 5. You say him, you say 5 times 5, you say 25, you get a man the 5 latches. So people were eager to do their timetable. In fact, what we used to call every Friday, that meeting spelling, can you imagine a teacher giving you a spelling 25 words on Friday? Wednesday, he expect you to know at least 20.
Yeah.
Friday morning.
By Friday. Yes.
Friday, you must know it. And everybody spend online. When you're 20% integrity, you're studying. The man asks you to spell history. You say HR, the next person. That only the writer you see moving.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other person spell that word. Then they give you on a 10 spelling, on a 10 letters, they gave you that 10 latches. But we say human right, we abuse our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Say human right. You somebody child in school now, the mother take you to police station.
Yeah.
The school will not even come to your aid as a teacher.
So, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your own early school process of, and today a lot of the folks will say thanks to WIAC, it as a result of the hard work that have been put in by those teachers, that today you are hearing that WIAC is reporting these issues. So we want to say thanks to the teachers, thanks to school administrators, thanks to everybody who made this great mark that our students can be seen in such a way. Hard work put in has shown such a result. And we hope that this will not just be the end of it. Every time the tendency is there that when folks are praised, they will go home and relax. They go home and forget about every other thing again and go back to our usual. But it should be a beginning where Liberians can be able to say, yes, this nationalistic attitude, patriotism, should be everybody's business because this country deserves better and more. I will take a few calls. I want to hear you up on today 0775 919 919 and 0880 919 919. And remember, it's always an exciting moment when students of various schools participate in the regular drilling process. They are all excited, and there are some awards, recognitions given to schools or students who were certainly very, very much in art and given the eye right there. And then one of the colleagues said, students were encouraged. That beating spelling thing was something that was very much active. And you don't let, sometimes it becomes a serious challenge. Some will tell you, say, I won't let this person to beat me again. I won't let this person to beat me. So next time I will be the one to beat them. So we will put in more time. I will talk to this caller here on the line. Or let me speak to one of the students doing the occasion yesterday. Certainly very well.
What do you feel about your having the more disciplined school in the rural Nigeria?
Very emotional because we went through a lot. So there were so many schools, but if we are going somewhere, this year is our first year to partake in this special program.
So it's an honor for you. It's an honor for the school for you to find yourself participating in the program today and today you won the particular award. So that was the
By the grace of God, this year we will come prepared. I'm sure we will be the first.
That was the most wonderful experience for you to finish the award.
Okay, you listen to the student there that they will be so much glad to participate the next time, and the next time they want to be among or the school that will be recognized as the best school or the student that was there with the eye right up on. So you see how it's an exciting moment for the students, and I think like a lot of the course have been always on. Let our schools, let the Ministry of Education and Schools Authority be able to have the civics back in the classes. Ministry of Education will have the civics back into the curriculum of Liberia, and the schools making sure that these civics be a part of the subjects that will be taught in the classes, where national leaders, growing up national leaders, are taught. Let me talk to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Akira Yonguna.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say something. Which type of civic? Because for me, I doing civics in my school.
Which school? Which school?
I was attending Douglas.
You was attending?
I was doing civics. I wanted my subjects.
When? What year?
Come again?
What year? Which year?
Oh, this past academic year.
Yeah, but civics have been out of the curriculum for a very long time. Now all the schools were teaching civics. So if your school were teaching civics or is teaching civics now, you'll be among the fortunate students to be doing it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you see, it's important that our growing up national leaders are taught about their country and the rich heritage of this nation, how to become a good citizen here in the country. I want to hear the national anthem. I want to hear their pledge of allegiance from Liberians. 0775 91991. How many of you really still can remember that, how many of you can remember? Let me take your mind back when you were standing there in a very perfect position where when the flag was being hosted. What do you see? Let me talk to this person here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
I'm Maria Claire calling from the Bay Community.
Okay. Where did you start your early school journey?
I started my early school journey from a Basin River Public School, Grand Bassa County.
Grand Bassa County. And now you are right now in Maserati. Can you still remember? Let me hear the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the Republic. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the Republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. And you said it now.
No, I tell you
Okay, thank you. Let me talk to this person here. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
I am Isaiah calling from Red Light.
Okay.
It is very essential in our society because we the younger generations are coming after you guys to know much about our country, our culture, how to live right. Our pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Where you started your early school journey?
I started my early school journey from Canada.
Where?
Maserati.
Okay. Thank you. Let me talk to all the callers here this morning. Yeah, let's go back where you started your early school. Because just to help you remember, some of you were saying this not at the early stage, or you were in 6th grade.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Jeremiah Kule. I'm calling from Singapore.
Okay, Jeremiah, are you still in school?
No.
Okay. Let me hear the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
You show that for liberty and the flag of the Republic of Liberia, of which it stands.
You want me to go by again?
Yeah, go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
For liberty and justice for all.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you look at it again, you'll see that you make some mistake there. But it's good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you too.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to my great ambassadors.
Pastor Moses Sion.
I thank you for your exclusive recognition this morning. I'm now aware of what I need to honor my country.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you for enlightening our mind this morning. You are carrying our minds back in your high school days. Like for me, I started my educational journey at the Massachusetts Community High School in New Matari at that time behind the market. But later on, the school need changed. So when I left from the Valley, brought the Elmore Memorial Matari back to the school.
So, is it the Massachusetts?
Massachusetts, yeah.
Behind the market.
Behind the market. There where I started my education.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, later on they changed the school to Water Hardy Institute.
Oh,
HR.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the time I left. In fact, I have one of my good teachers, once I remember, he is late now. They call him Stevie Pico. So he was a kind of guy I very used to enjoy during my elementary days.
Okay. So you can still remember the Pledge of Allegiance.
Come on. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which they stand, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Flag of being hosted.
In fact, I did right from my school. I was a lead commander in Emma Memorial Matale Party. Right after the year, my colleague, Peter, my colleague, who memorial show, the year he did it right for the school. The following year, I don't want to forget. So
wow.
And
you also hosted the flag.
Yeah. In fact, like I said it yesterday, I said it was from hosting of the flag because when I was in high school, I was kind of got very shy. So I said it yesterday on the show that it was from that point a colleague of mine told me start taking part in the devotion. So when I started hosting the flag, there were I started appearing different students, attending chapel service. So that's it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your own thoughts. And where let me talk to another caller here where the issues of allegiance you stood up so strong representing Liberia and recognize that the nation is not divided and that liberty and justice should be for all. Okay, let me take two more calls here. And it's where a lot of the folks the morning they're browsing anything or they're looking for the ABC book to find out where they can get it right. But it's good. These things is a symbol. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Fan.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call. I want to say something. Oh, Mr. Fan see when we say a pledge allegiance flag, the word pledge means as a student, when you say that a pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia, it means that you are promising not to do anything and will be shame or harm the country of Liberia. So thank you for giving time this morning.
Okay, let me take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Can you hear me? Hello?
You said good morning again and you say hello again.
Oh, but no, you gotta respond what we don't know that online. Okay, you are on with Peter and I told you from the phone probably of Neymar.
Okay, always joining us on Lima County, my brother. Thank you for joining the conversation. Where did you start your early school education?
I started my early school in Sosia.
In Lima County.
Yeah, in Lima.
And that's school.
The school still existing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I completed my school in Montserrat there.
Oh.
In program mission.
Oh, okay. So let me hear you reciting our Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, my brother, I just say, but you know what made me spend, I forget to tell you because you always say justice for all, but for me, I can say justice not for all. Not only justice, but justice for them.
So the one may you able to say? The one may you able to say? Hello?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah, I was saying, I said, justice not for all. So I say for that, the thing I'm going to judge for the money people, the society people, and for the boss out of. Yeah.
Yeah, but the framers of all of those issues beginning of Liberia said there's the intent. I want you to say it.
No, we just say because we are saying you a part of our, I just started saying.
You have to say it. Me, yeah. Oh my God, he's gone off the line. And that's how I would love to lead you on today edition of the program here. It's been so wonderful having all of you up on here. We'll be here tomorrow on the May edition of the program, The Morning Ride. We'll keep Brooks and Nathaniel Val. We say thanks to Andrew Gamu, you coordinated all of the sounds and videos, making sure you can watch us on YouTube, on Facebook, also live on our online radio and listen on 91.9. And we'll say thanks to Prince for also being there. I want to say until tomorrow, have a pleasant good morning.